Good evening. I would like to welcome the 1995 graduates, honored guests on the stage, friends and family and colleagues in the audience. On behalf of the Adult Education Program and the Port Huron Area School District, it's with pleasure I welcome you to our 15th annual commencement ceremony. Will the audience please rise and join the class of 1995 as we sing the Star-Spangled Banner.
And you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, where so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you. Please be seated. I'm going to call on Marilyn Foster to begin this evening's program. Some of you may be aware that Marilyn is an instructor with the Adult Education Program. She has been teaching at the Jail Rehabilitation Center for 19 years, and they were kind enough to let her out so she could come and speak to us and open our program tonight. Marilyn Foster. Was that bad?
As we begin tonight to celebrate your joy at completing an important goal in your life, here are just a few thoughts I would like to leave with you. First, remember that your education is not complete and never will be as long as you live. Actually, it has only just begun. The difference is that you now have acquired more tools to survive, to be more productive, to make more sense of this complicated world. Every time you open a book, turn on the television, observe a child playing, or talk with someone, you will add to your knowledge and thus your education. As Leonardo da Vinci once said, learning is the only thing the mind never exhausts, never fears, and never regrets, and it is the one thing that will never fail us. As a graduate, you have more responsibility now than you've ever had before. You've worked hard and you deserve your diploma, but you mustn't just sit back after this ceremony and think you have it made. Many more doors will be open to you, and you should seize every opportunity that comes your way. The fact that you've come this far shows you have energy, determination, and a desire to learn and grow. You also have a responsibility to give back some of what has been given to you. Many people have journeyed with you along the way. We could make a long list, from the taxpayers who financed your education, to your families and friends who encouraged and helped you, to your teachers who guided and sometimes goaded you along the way. Every one of you has others who deserve your thanks and appreciation. Many of them are here with you tonight. Start this evening to let them know that you really do appreciate them. But remember, there's only one person in this world with your talents and your gifts and your experience. You have immense potential to do great things if you believe in yourself. So now you should begin celebrating, but ask yourself if there's something you can do now to help make your home, your neighborhood, your community, and your world a better place to live and be for yourselves, your families, and all of us. Congratulations and best wishes from all of us here. Thank you.
Now it's with great and sincere professional respect and pride that I will call upon the superintendent of the Port Huron Area School District, Mr. Larry J. Moeller Sr. He's going to be introducing the speakers. Mr. Moeller.
Thank you, Barb. Graduation is always an exciting season for the Port Huron Area School District, and this year has been particularly exciting. We've enjoyed some exceptionally good speakers for different reasons. The one high school had Miss America, and she kissed me. Another one had Ross Perot, and he rung my bell. And tonight we've got people that are going to speak to us from the heart in terms of what it means to be a part of the adult education program and the accomplishments that they've had and that you can have. On behalf of the Board of Education and myself, I'd like to first extend our sincere congratulations to all of our graduates. We commend you, we compliment you, and we truly respect the many obstacles individually and collectively that you've had to overcome to get to this point. Our hats are off to you. Secondly, I'd like to say that I truly appreciate and respect the staff and their devotion to the program and to the students. And the staff would include those in the adult education program as well as the people from the Port Huron South program. Congratulations. We appreciate and respect your dedication. Our speakers this evening, and there will be 5 of them, are members of the class and are going to talk about their experiences. The first speaker, and I'll introduce all 5, and they'll come up individually and address the audience. The first speaker is Shelley Jean Barber. Shelley was a student at the Ward Cottrell Learning Center. She needed to complete at least 3 years of high school. She's the mother of 3 children, and she intends to go to the community college in the fall. The second speaker is Peggy Mae Grabowski. She attended both day and evening programs at the Jefferson Adult Learning Center. She's currently working as a receptionist. She is the mother of 3 children. The third is Carol A. Kelly Kaiser. She's a night student at the Jefferson Adult Learning Center. She returned to school even though her husband is ill. She has attended classes 97% of the scheduled time. She has completed 14 credits this school year. The next is Jay Trempler. Jay is employed at the East China School District. He earned a GED with 4 scores in the 90th percentile. After earning his GED, he decided he would go back and complete his diploma requirements. He will be attending the community college in the fall. The 5th one is Linda Tucker Engel. Linda graduated last year from the adult education program. She attended day classes at the Ward Cottrell Center and is attending the St. Clair Community College. It's my pleasure to introduce your 5 speakers, and we'll ask Shelley if she will please come first.
Good evening. My name is Shelley Barber. First of all, I would like to give my congratulations to each and every student here with me tonight, and know that we are all sharing this exciting and memorable moment here today. 20 years ago, I never would have dreamed that this day would become a reality for me. I was 16 and didn't think that school was important at all, so I quit and got a job working in a donut shop. I really thought at that age I already knew everything and didn't need to get an education until I had to raise 3 children. So when it came to them going to school and getting their education, I wanted them to learn everything possible and grab every opportunity in life that they could. There were a lot of times when it came to helping them with their homework or with their studies as they became older, when I really realized that I didn't know very much at all. I guess I can say that I decided to come back to school, not only for my children when they need my help, but for, more important, for myself. I didn't like the feeling of being inadequate, so I decided to enroll in the adult education classes at Warwick Cottrell in 1992. And now I can say what a big difference it has made in my life and in my children's attitudes toward their own educations. And to me, that too is a huge bonus to my own self-gratification for coming back to school and achieving my high school diploma. I must say that some days it was very difficult to try and keep up with the family, working, coming to school at night, but the staff and all the many teachers at Warwick Cottrell gave me everyday encouragement and friendship. And that also made me look forward to getting to class every night, no matter how tired or hectic the day had been. I have to say thanks so much to Cindy Miller and Tammy Schneider for all your help, and especially for all those happy hellos and always friendly greetings to make me feel welcome and right at home there. And to all the many very special teachers whom have all taught me so much the last 3 years. I can't even begin to name them all, but I must say that each and every one of them has definitely had a huge impact on my education and my self-esteem. But not only that, I believe I made new friends in each and every one of them. I surely will miss them all, but I will certainly never forget them. In closing, I would also like to give a very sincere and loving thank you to my husband, Mark, our 3 daughters, my mom, Gail, and my dad, Jesse, for the constant support and sacrifices and the never-ending love and encouragement from them all, and that really has meant the world to me. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Peggy Grabowski. In 1976, I quit high school. I planned to get married and raise a family, and I sure didn't need a diploma to do that. I will never forget the look in my mom and dad's eyes the day I told them I was going to quit. I felt I had let them down, and that feeling stayed with me. In 1978, I met the man that I knew I was going to spend the rest of my life with. And by 1980, we had gotten married, and I started that family. At 25 years old, I had accomplished the only goal I had set for me. After 13 great years of marriage, 3 adorable children, and an endless number of going nowhere jobs, it hit me. It wasn't my family I had let down. They loved me without that piece of paper. It was me I had let down. It was time for me to do something just for me, so I went back to school. I'm not going to stand here and tell you it was easy. I will tell you it was worth it. What I'm trying to say here is if you've already quit school, go back. If you're thinking about quitting school, think long and hard, because you will regret that decision for the rest of your life. That high school diploma is more important than you'll ever know. At this time, I would like to read you a short poem. It's called The Victor. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you'd like to win but think you can't, it's almost certain you won't. If you think you will lose, you've lost. For out in the world you find success begins with a person's will. It's all in a state of mind. If you think you are outclassed, you are. You've got to think high to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can win the prize. Life's battles won't always go to the strongest or the fastest one, but sooner or later, the one who wins is the one who thinks, I can. I also would like to say thank you to my family, my friends, Deb. Deb was my sole support at school. She was an inspiration. She was my shoulder. She was that little push when I felt like sitting down. Pat, I'd like to thank you, Michael, Angela, and Matt. Those are my children for forcing me to go to night school when I was just too pooped to participate. I love you all. Thank you.
Good evening, family and friends. I'm Carol Kelly Kaiser. When Tommy Abernathy called me and asked me to speak tonight, right off I said yes. Well, I hung up the phone, stood there, and thought to myself, what did I just do? Well, Tom had asked me to speak why I returned to school. When I dropped out of school, I thought I was smart by doing so. Well, I realized just how hard it was to get a job with a diploma, let alone when you didn't have one. Going back to school has always been something I wanted to do for me. I was afraid people was going to laugh at my age going back to school. Well, I didn't care anymore. I was going back. When I first got there, I was scared to death. I was afraid I couldn't keep up. But to my family, kept telling me, and my friends, that I could do it, just put my best foot forward. I had pushed all my children to graduate. Well, they did. Then it made me feel pretty guilty because I was always taught, don't expect someone to do something you wouldn't do yourself. So I went back, and I have to say, I really enjoyed it. It wasn't easy. The teachers, Scott Harrington, Debbie Mosier, Gloria Harrington, and Tim Mino, were great. They were all willing to help, and they really care about the students. I would just like to say that I wouldn't have done it without them. Because of them, I have decided to go on to college in the fall. I would like to become a pharmacy tech. And in closing, I would say, if anyone can do it, I did it, you can do it, without a problem.
Hi everybody, I'm Jay Trumpler. I'd just like to start by saying, go Red Wings. When Cindy asked me to speak at this ceremony, the first thought that occurred to me was how I could say no graciously, without showing too much fear. And I surprised myself. I heard myself saying yes, and lately I've come to regret that. I'm here tonight 20 years late also. I'm here proud to be part of this graduating class. Some lessons are learned later in life, and some of us learn later than others. So tonight I understand that I wouldn't be who I am today without all my experiences. When I was registering for classes way back in September, Cindy asked me why I wanted to go back to school, and I kind of flippantly answered that I wanted to graduate before my kids. I thought about that since, and the answer's not that far off. I came back to school to finish something that I felt needed to be finished for me, because I plan to go on from here, but also because I need to be a good example for my kids. A few weeks ago, it was probably a month ago now, I filled out a survey that asked the question, where do you expect to be in 10 years? And I plan to be in a room a lot like this one, sitting in a chair like the ones you're sitting in, Mom and Dad, watching my daughter and trying not to cry as she goes through this. And I know I'll remember this then. But in 11 years, I plan to be on a golf course with some friends whining and complaining about how much it costs to send my daughter to the University of Michigan. Graduating has been, excuse me, a mostly unspoken ambition of mine for 20 years. And as I've come nearer to that goal, I've learned that although some of us take the long way, and some of us even lose our way for a time, the goal is rarely more rewarding than the journey. Graduating means more to me tonight than it ever could 20 years ago, because of where I've been and the people I've met along the way. So we all of us arrive here at the end of this road and begin another. And none of us got here alone, so I need to thank the people who showed me the way. I need to thank the staff, faculty at Ward Cottrell, who started out being teachers and became counselors and friends. Thank you. I need to thank my parents who allowed me to choose the wrong path and make my own mistakes without judgment or loss of dignity. And I need to thank my kids who make me better without even knowing it. They're smart, man, they're smart. They sensed I was doing the right thing and never complained when I wasn't home. And I need to thank my wife for traveling all those back roads with me and not reminding me of all the washouts and dead ends. Thank you, Laura, for your wisdom and grace. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Linda Tucker Engel, graduate class of 1994 from Ward Cottrell Learning Center. And I'd like to thank the staff and the teachers for their great work and support, and I would also like to say congratulations, class of 1995. I have accomplished so much since going back to school. I'm always showing my diploma right now. See, I graduated. I am now in college to be a probation officer and currently working at a homeless shelter. I love my job and I am now married, which I can say I can contribute to my marriage financially, mentally, and emotionally. I have a wonderful daughter and I am not the same person I was when I dropped out of school 20 years ago. By now you're probably wondering why I talk a little funny. Well, I'm hearing impaired. That means I wear 2 hearing aids and I lip read to understand you. That means you can say all kinds of things about me behind my back, but don't say them in front of me. I've had 53 jobs and I've gotten fired 35 times. I could hardly count back change, let alone talk about the Civil War with my boss, which I knew nothing about. Life in the world was difficult. I had a hard time getting along with myself, let alone others. I have done a lot of things I wish I would have never done. That's why tonight I'd like to better clarify with you what education really is. It isn't just the diploma that will get you the job. It will be the education that will get you through the job. Most of all, it will get you through life, yes. It is not just the science, the math, the computer, the history, and the English and the government. Yes, we need to know those things because they're the basic things that we need to know. But what we fail to understand is the little things that this diploma shows. This diploma shows that we are self-disciplined because we went to school every day. It shows that we are self-controlled because we went to school when at times we really didn't want to go. It shows self-esteem and self-confidence because we started a class and finished it. Then it shows joy and happiness because we finally got over that hard class when we never thought we could do it, and we did it. It shows that we can get along with ourselves and others, even when we do not like some of the people. We at least try to be civil, because that's what it takes to get along in the real world. It also shows respect for ourselves, our peers, our teachers and staff, and the world. It shows that we are mature and responsible with our lives. It shows that we are not quitters, we are motivators with ideas, goals, and plans, that we are prepared, that we have prepared ourselves for the real world, because this diploma shows that we have earned it, and we are achievers. And I'd like to say congratulations, class of 1995.
Well, thank you. Those were very heartwarming and sensitive and sincere thoughts and feelings that all of you just shared. And I think that they're, at least for me, more meaningful than Ross Perot or the Miss America of 1988. I think you shine above them all. Now I have the privilege of giving special recognition to the following 1995 high school graduates. These individuals have earned the distinction of a state-endorsed diploma. A state-endorsed diploma is awarded to graduating seniors who have successfully completed a series of standardized tests. When I call your name, will you please rise? Also, if you're looking at the program, you'll see that they're indicated in the program with what looks like a cross. You'll notice that I'm going to call names and many people won't stand up. It's because they're not here. They're out seeking their life at the completion of their high school education. However, if you are here, please rise when I call your name. Cynthia Rose Atkin, Shelley Jean Barber, Shane Edward Bettis, Andrew Brack, Shane Cameron, Frank Osborne Cole IV, Wendy Marie Giannini, Tammy Lynn Gill, Lucy Gutierrez, Paul Stephen Jacoty, Danielle Ray Coda, Robert Shield Long Jr., Meldrum, excuse me, Richard Schultz Jr., Julie Lynn Sheldon, Francis Skinner, Stacy Lynn Snay, Carrie Sophie, Jamie Michelle Thigpen, Jay Trempler, Ruth Ann Van Buskirk, Joanne Marie Connor Walker, Shannon Kathleen Wright. You have a balcony up there, huh? And Shannon Anthony Yak. These are the endorsed diploma recipients for this year. And also I would like to make a correction. It is Shane Edward Bettis, and I think I said, Sean Edward Bettis, and I think I said Shane. Sorry about that, Sean. Congratulations. The next part of the program is to me really the most rewarding and also the most exciting part of the whole ceremony. And I feel very fortunate to have the honor to be the person that gives the scholarships to deserving 1995 graduates. There are two schools of higher learning in the Port Huron area, Baker College of Port Huron and the St. Clair County Community College. They have, as a group, given 5 scholarships, 3 from Baker College and 2 from the Community College. The criteria for awarding each scholarship is based on 3 key factors: academic achievement, desire for further knowledge, and economic need. Baker College has, as I said before, awarded 3 scholarships. When I call your name off, would you please come forward and receive the information? And for some of these people, it is a surprise, and maybe surprise for their family and friends in the audience also. I guess that is what makes it such an exciting part of the program. And these are from Baker College. Peggy Grabowski. Lucy Gutierrez. Okay. And Wendy Sloan. On behalf of your graduate mates and your friends and family, and certainly from the school district and from Baker College especially, we congratulate you and wish you the best in your new adventure. Thank you. Good luck. Three deserving people. The St. Clair County Community College Board of Trustees has given us 2 scholarships. When I call your name, please come forward. Marilyn Monroe. And Jay Trempler. Again, on behalf of the college and the audience and the school district, and especially adult education and your colleagues that you are graduating with, we wish you the best of luck and congratulate you.
Thank you.
The presentation of this year's diplomas will be conducted by the Port Huron Board of Education President David Devendorf and Trustee Dr. Daniel Wilhelm.